Hi everyone, this is Mary. You're watching another little piece of my art. And I'm going to show you the completed pages that I have from the last couple of months. Don't mind this, it's not dirt, it is charcoal. This is one of those drawing boards that they give you when you're in school. And yeah, we had to tape our paper to it, and then all the charcoal would go over the edge, and it doesn't come off. And then over the years I've also painted on it and all kinds of things. So that's why I just purchased this. So I don't know which video you'll see first, but I found this really big mat at the Dollar Tree so that I don't use this for that kind of stuff anymore. But it is ugly, it is horrible, but it definitely strong and holds my phone. Okay, so I'm going to show you the things that I have colored over the last few months. I don't have them marked, so if you don't have the patience for my BS, I totally understand. But, it is what it is. So this is Art Therapy, The Enchanted Forest, 100 Designs. I did say I wanted to work in this. It was going to be in my winter rotation, and I did work in it. I did. But I don't want to anymore, because that's how it is. So let me see. I worked on this one. I don't know if I showed you this one yet or not, but I did this one in December. I think I showed you this one. If you haven't seen it yet, here's my little birds and whatever kind of flowers that these are page. And I used marker, and then I used some pencils over it. This one was very fast. Very, very fast. And let's see. I thought there was another one. I was pretty sure there was. Oh, don't tell me I started a whip. I did. That's just disappointing. I didn't want to be starting anything. I wanted to be finishing things. Oh well. And this is another whip too, and I did not get to that. Honestly, I thought I did 2 pages in here. Oh well. You know what? If I did, we'll come across it when I do my completed coloring book video, which will be coming up at some point. I don't know if I've done anything in the color by number masterpieces, because I think the last thing we discussed was altering these, if you remember. I might have finished this one up. There was a few spots undone. I finished her up. It's 12:24. Just the, just the whatever I'm going to put as the underlayer. Yeah, I started adding my little doodads to some of these. My little washi tape and my little doodads. Some of them are not like this. This picture, it just looks like a picture that would be, I know it's an older painting, but it looks like a picture that would be a Polaroid stuck on someone's dresser, like some guy's dresser in the 70s, doesn't it? So I have this piece of thing here, ephemera here, and I don't know if I'm going to put a photo there, or if I just like the way it says photo here. I don't know. I like the open realm of possibilities. Girl with the pearl earring. I have my little Juju, my little grandson's picture there, and his head is on this big broad-shouldered girl. That's just cute and funny to me. I don't know why it is, but it is. So that is all I've done in there. Still a work in progress for sure. This book I never really put away because I like to pick it up and mess around with it. This one, Dracula, I can't remember if I, oh my gosh, this is my copy that has nothing done in it. That's hilarious. I would have been looking for a long time, huh? Right, so that's my copy that has nothing in it. This copy is going to go, I think, into the wall unit in the living room, where I have some other Dracula type memorabilia stuff. I don't think I want to color 2 of them anymore. I used to think I did, but now I don't. I don't know why. Dot to Dot, Famous Faces. So I love coloring these, but I don't always love doing the puzzles. Sometimes they can be very small, and I can't see them. If I had a magnifying light up thingy, I would probably already have this book and the other ones done. But yeah, so this is Freddie Mercury. I use this washi tape that I got in my Christmas stocking. It's just like, it looks like film strips. It's plastic though, so I used double-sided tape. You can kind of see it a little bit. Yeah, there you can see the tape. But I just thought that Freddie, would be into me putting, like, I don't know. But I did the original dot to dot puzzle, I think, in a Sharpie. So I did his hair in Sharpie, and then I did his face and his shirt and his skin and everything in oil pastels. So that was a lot of fun. I like it. And then because I wanted to fix it, to seal it, first I sprayed hairspray on it to seal it while I was still kind of in the middle of working on it, because, I didn't want it to smudge. But then when I knew I was done, I sealed it with spray sealant, actual real sealant. But the one I have has glitter in it. I can't find my one that has no glitter in it. So you see all that glitter, and it's even glittery on his face. It seemed appropriate for Freddie though, so I wasn't mad at it. But yeah, I love the way this came out. I'm gonna definitely, oh, and the background is crayons, so I use like 3, I think, different color Crayola crayons for the background, and I just like the way that it gives it such texture. That's my issue with markers. They're so flat, you know what I mean? So now this one is a lesson learned. I was working on this book during Halloween time, okay? And I didn't show this to you because I don't know why. I really don't know why. But I did do this one, and I liked this one. I used Inktense pencils in the background, and then I just left the skeleton white. And then I believe I used Polychromos pencils for these roses, and that's why they pop so much, because those pencils are amazing. I only have 12, but I want to get more. Then I had this epic fail. So I did this sugar skull, okay? And I did use some neon paints. Like, all of the stuff you see is neon paint from Temu, which I've showed you in my collection of watercolor palettes, which should be, within the last 2 videos or something of mine. Okay, so I did that, and I was like, I had this glue that's like a glue stick. Well, it is a glue stick. I'm trying to remember who it's by. I'm having trouble. But it's, there's glitter embedded within the glue stick. And so they had it on clearance at Walmart. It was a whole pack full of it. And I was like, I need glue stick. And so we use glitter glue stick. Who cares if it has glitter? So I was using it, and got down to like the last 1 or 2 tubes of it. And then I thought to myself, well, they're colored. Like, there's pink and blue and different ones. Like, well, what happens if I just spread the glue around and then let the glue dry, and then there's sparkles in it, and I'll have an instant background, she said. Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened. I did that, and it was sticky. So I left it out for 24 hours. Still sticky. 48 hours. Still sticky. A week. Still sticky. And I was like, you know what? I have to close this book sometime. So what I did was, I don't know why I used book pages, but I had some, and I just made them kind of like cover up some of the areas where the colors did not blend. And then I sprayed the whole thing with my spray that actually has glitter in it. So yeah, now that's covering up the stick, and there's no stick. You would think that glue stick would dry eventually, right? You would think that, because if you're a journaler and you have very old journals, sometimes you'll pick them up and something will just flop right out of it that you glue sticked on there. So it could be Florida climate thing. I don't know. No. But, no, not when that one was done. And I don't think it was this recently, in the last few months. So that's the story of that one. I will not be doing that again, but I think I'm finished with that glue stick stuff anyway. Oh, I know why this is out, because, so, you know, I'm trying to work on my Dracula book, always and at all times. And what was I working on? I think I was working on this wolf here, and I was using, was it this one? And I was using some paint pens. Or was it another wolf page? I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm extremely... This one! Okay, I was working on this wolf page, okay? So the wolves looked like this. Just like this. And I'm like, I need to really bring them out some more. Look at that. It's so much better. I've been using paint pens. So I was really excited about that. And then I'm going to use some paint pens to go in on the trees, and of course to do the, because I have like brown wolves and gray wolves, but I was like, I have to show my friends that the paint pens work so well for doing fur. So I was doing that guy too. I didn't do his mouth, but this book is an ongoing thing for me. Yeah, trust me, it just keeps going and going and going. I thought I worked on, I worked on this one as well. I used the paint pens for the different areas that, on the locks that were not done. So now basically I have the kick plate here, and I have like the detail stuff, you know, on the locks, and then the pencil work. So I started pencil work here. I don't know what pencils they were, so, but that's okay, because wood does not always age, you know, uniformly. This door was not done, so I did it with a paint pen. I'm going to pause you, take a drink. So, right, so that one, I thought I worked in this one, but no, only wish that I did. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I did, because I'm pretty sure I showed this one already. This one here. But yeah, this one too has been a labor of love, because I love this book, but sometimes working in it is labor. It is, because it has a lot of scrolly jazz in there. Okay? So this is Pop Art Fantastic. This is a Dollar Tree purchase. It's by Vision Street. I've showed you guys these books before. If you see them, snatch them up. I'm telling you, if you like bold graphics and stuff, you will not regret purchasing. And there's 4 or 5 of them in the set. I have 4 of them. There might be 5. There might be one I don't have. If you can't find these and you like this, they sell them on eBay. Of course, you know, the buyers go in and buy all the good stuff up, and then they resell on eBay. So you're going to pay a little bit more than $1.25. But, you know, if you like something, you like it. Stranger things have happened. People go on eBay and buy the adult coloring books from Dollar Tree with the super thin paper. You know, there's sellers on there that have bought every single one of the series and sell them, you know. So, but anyway, so I decided to use, I got an idea. I had gotten an idea. I felt like coloring in one of these. I had never colored in one yet. And with them not being double-sided, I was like, I don't want to ruin anything by it coming through. So I started out as really kind of a tester thing. And then it was working out better than I thought. I have a flip through of all these, by the way, if you want to see that. It's on my channel. I do have a playlist of flip throughs. So it's this page. So this is my 2025 vision board kind of thing. So I put 2025 up here. I found those numbers in the magazine. And this is like the board, you know. And so this is my vision board. You don't have to explain your vision board to anybody or what you want or why. But I need some money to fix my roof and my walls and my floor, because FEMA did not even show up to our home. We were, you know, you put in your application and they tell you your case is pending and someone will be by, and no one has ever came by, and as far as I know, they never will, because they did come by my neighbor who lost all their windows on one side of the house, and they told him that sorry, good luck, but FEMA is out of funds. So I don't need a lot of money because I'm not good with it. I just need enough to fix my trailer. So so what I wanted to do was test what I could use in here. And I was worried about what was going to go through, because the paper is thin. It's not like, well, it's about like copier paper, I guess. But it's also very slick. There's not a lot of tooth going on there. So really, you know, I didn't know what was going to work. So I used watercolor. I used watercolor for the first layer, because you know, it's always easier for me to get things to grip once they have a bottom layer on there. And then I just used, I think I even used a marker on her. It could be a gel pen on her mouth, and that didn't go through. I was shocked. Yeah, and then I used gel pens for her fingernail polish, and that didn't go through. But before I had done that, I worked just using Kohinoor, you know, the pencils with the multicolor leads in there. I used that for her hair and gave her like this cotton candy color hair. And I did use a paint pen, I believe, on these back dots. But yeah, I was really pleased how this came out, even though I could have given her skin a lot more depth or whatever. But these books are not for me to stress about. They're for fun. So I had fun making it and putting on here, you know, like the area that I want to move to. This is not even in the US, but that's kind of what it looks like, the area that I want to move to. And just things that I found from the different magazines that I have. I pick up those free ones for travel and stuff like that. When we're out somewhere, I pick those up, and just flyers and things we get in the mail. So I also would like to have my insurance actually pay for some of my medical benefits, you know, that they say they would. That would be good. So I'm not asking for a lot, just enough. So that's what I did in there. I don't know why this is out, because I do not remember coloring in this. I don't think I did. I think I put this one out. Yeah, I put this one out because I want to finish it. This is going to be in my list of So I'm going to put this over here because I'm going to shift into what's in my bag for spring. I know it's not spring. I know this. Some might say that we are just in the middle of winter, but you have to realize that spring comes faster for me in Florida. So I feel like we've already been through fall and winter, and it was 18 months long. And so it just any time now. So this was also in my winter, bag or things that I wanted to work on. This is the coloring book project number 2, I believe. Wait. No, this is number 1. Number 1 is substantially thicker than number 2, and I realized when I was working in these why I find working in number 2 difficult. It's because it's very fat. So if you're working on, a page in the beginning or the end, you have that bulk on either side, and that's quite annoying. But it didn't stop me. I'm just giving you some commentary because that's what we do. So yeah, this is book 1, and I'm not saying that these are all done, by the way. I'm just saying that I worked on them. So I did this one. This is all using watercolors, and I like to put names in the tattoos that have the ribbons. So I didn't really know what this was. Like I was like, is this bone? And this is wood? Like, I didn't know. So I just went with it. I'm trying to remember what I actually used. Oh, and then I don't know what the heck these blobs are right here. I don't know. I thought they looked like pears, so I painted them pear colored. But I do need to go over that one with pencil. So I like to work in more than one picture at a time in one book so that I don't get bored, because I have problems with that. And so that's why sometimes you'll see done ones and undone ones. It's because I've been flipping back and forth between several. So okay, come on. I know that I have another one in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Right where the thing was. So I thought this one was very weird but cool. And I was going to put either a picture or like initials drawn in the necklace and then cover it with glossy accents. I thought that would look really cool. But then after I just had it this way, I was like, I don't know. I kind of like the delicate way it looks now. So I used watercolors, paints, and I used pencils. And I think there's gel pens or paint pens around this collar thing. And then I decided with these borders, I'm just going to make them one solid color because they're lucky that I'm even giving them any attention at all, because they're all the same on every page and I just can't stand using them. Oh, that's right. That's what it was. So now it's all coming back to me. I was using this purple paint pen and it's from an old set. I was like, I don't even know if this works anymore. Well, I tested it and it worked. So I was working with it. And I just gently tapped down to get the paint to come out, and it exploded, and it went outside the lines and all the way into the thing. So that was great. I tried to mop up some with a paper towel, and I was like, well, I'm not trashing the picture, because at that point I had already done the skin and everything else. So I just acted like it didn't happen. Nothing to see here. So that's what I did. And then I wanted to use, because I decided to go with the blue on the rose. There's something about a blue rose. It's just, because they don't exist, that makes me like them for some reason. So I wanted to have something else blue. So I used some of the paint, forget Glitterati or Glitterific or something like that you can get at Walmart. I have a blue one and I have a pink one. So I just painted that on there. I used some paint pens to give a little bit more definition to the rose. This was really quick too, because it doesn't have a lot of pencil work in there, so yay. But of course everything went through. Oh, if it went through, it might not, this might be a marker. I thought this was watercolor, but yeah, watercolor would not be showing through. So whatever is not bleeding through is not marker. But it bled through to the puzzle, and I don't care. I don't. And then I did this one. I love this one. It's so cute. Yeah, so nothing bled through, so I think this one was watercolor. And then I just went over it with some different colors of orange and gold, like pencils. You know, to give it some different, you know, like when you look at it, the light bounces off of it is what I'm trying to say. And then I loved how it had the pencils and the paint brushes. And yeah, so I don't know what was going on with this candle. I remember thinking, I don't even want the candle to be colored, but it looked weird being just white. So I was having trouble deciding how to do that. And then I wanted it to look like it was just blown out. I should have put a little bit of black at the tip of the wick, because wicks always look like that after you burnt them, but I forgot. But anyway, it is what it is. This is how it came out, and I like it. I wasn't going to put any names on this ribbon because it's just too, you know, it's too long and fussy for that. I'm trying to think. Gel pen, and I really don't remember the pencils I used for the leaves and the eyeballs. But, so, like I said I was going to work in it, and I did. And now I'm putting it away for the winter. Then I have Color Me by Lisa Frank. This one might stay out because this to me is, I didn't have this in my winter book or my winter, you know, bag. I didn't because it's spring and summer, so I might just go ahead and leave this one out. But if you want a refresher, because I don't have a lot of pages done, I ordered this on eBay because I couldn't find it anywhere. No, I take it back. I got it. My husband bought it for me at Walmart. It just showed up one day, and I was ready to pay any price that it was, and it wasn't a lot. I think it was like, this one's by Bendon. I think it was maybe $5 or $6, something like that. But the only ones that I ever see are the Dollar Tree ones with the, you know, the icky paper. So this one was single-sided, and the paper is not bad. It's really not bad at all. It has some body to it. Nice to work on. So I grabbed it. And I wanted a Lisa Frank book for the longest time. I don't know why, because these are so incredibly fussy, but sometimes I just want to be annoyed in that way. But yeah, so that one is done, and this is right around when I got the book. So coming up on 2 years. And here is the car with the aliens in it. Super fun one as well. Looking back on this, you know, I think it's better the less colors you use, because you start to lose the detail when it's just a lot. It's hard for the eye to focus, I think. I believe this one was done before now. I can't remember, you guys. But it's the horses taking a drink and seeing the reflection. I love this picture. I'm not saying that I colored it well by any means, but the picture itself I really like. I just think it's a cool concept, and I like it. This is the one. I finished this one. Okay, so I did that one in June. This is the one that I had left incomplete, and now it is complete. So the cute bears. I used watercolor, and so you see in this one, I did not do a bunch of different colors inside within. I didn't do it. And to me, you can see much better what the picture is. I focused more on making different stuff in the background, even though I was pretty sparing back there as well. So I used watercolor for all the bears. And then I went in with, I'm trying to see, I think I went in with some markers, some brush tip markers, and just kind of went over some of the areas that I wanted to highlight a little bit more. And there's some pencil in there too, a little bit, not much. And then this whole background is a brush tip marker, and I started it and left it as a whip, and then of course I had no idea which marker I used, so I think the colors are a little different, but it's fine. And then I had this washi tape that is very wintry looking, so a lot of fun, this book. But yeah, now the next page I'm gonna love because it's dolphins, and like I said, I think I'm gonna leave this one out, and we'll carry on with this one into the spring selection. And then the last thing I have, no, sorry, I have another one. This is the coloring book project number 2, and this was also in my 2-color this winter thing, book thing, bag thing. And I think that I only did one because this is so big and so heavy that it can be difficult to work in. I'm not gonna let that stop me. Here we go. So I did this frog. This was in December, and I was feeling really unwell, you guys. So yeah, I struggled with this page, and then I said, you know what? There's so many pages in this book, but I used some markers, and it was very streaky, and I didn't like it. So I just kind of tried to, blend it in a little bit. I even used some crayons on this page, and I wasn't really that big of a fan of this picture, but there's a lot in here, and eventually I'm gonna do them, or a lot of them. But I had a hard time with keeping this down, and this being so heavy in my lap, and I wasn't feeling well, and so that's all the excuses I'm gonna give myself, because whatever, it's just a coloring book. It's not indicative of you as a person or even your skill level, right? It's just a coloring book. Sometimes you just, things go well and sometimes they don't. Okay, so now I bought this Art Therapy Inspiration notebook. It is a notebook. It's from the Dollar Tree. You can still get these on eBay. There's 2 of them. That's all that I know that ever was made. So yeah, I just have found this one at the Dollar Tree, which shocked me because usually my Dollar Tree does not have anything in the way of coloring books. But I did this page in the back. It's just a bunch of snowflakes, and I used some of this paint that I got from Temu, where they all look like they're white until you actually paint with them, and then they come up colors. And then I have another book that has papers. It's just like a book of paper. And then I found this print that I thought went with that, and I ripped it, and I used water-based marker to color in the tear part there. So and put them on the corners to make pockets. And then these are stickers from the antiquarian sticker book. So I knew that, because this was in the back, and I knew that I was going to want a page for like pockets to hold things, because this is a flap, but there's no, I could of course have taped this bottom and the top shut, and then that would have made a pocket, but whatever. So then I can use, I have these little prints from my little thermal printer that I got for Christmas, and I can keep them in there. I want to experiment with these little prints. So let me know if you would be interested in seeing a video on that. Here's a picture that my mother-in-law actually sent me on my phone, but this is a picture of me when I was pregnant with my only son. I think I was about 29 years old there. Hugely pregnant, I might add. And then here's a picture of my granddaughter at the beach wearing some funny glasses that I bought her because she was squinting. But so segue into this thermal printer business. If you have been a journaler before in your life, and if you've done it for a long time, so I've been keeping journals for decades, and I always used to save every receipt that I got for things that I bought, and I would put them in my journal, you know, like on a page, you know, that would be about the trip or whatever. And then over the years, when I would revisit the page, the thermal starts to fade. It goes away. So I went to a trip to, I think it was, maybe it was California. I can't remember where it was, or was it Chicago? I don't remember which trip it was, but I was like, okay, well, I'm still going to put my receipts in my journal, but if I put tape over them, then that will stop, this is my thinking, then that will stop the thermal printing from fading. No, actually, that just made it fade faster, because I think that what's on the back of the tape is acidic and just does not react well. So when my daughter was telling me she got a thermal printer and I should get one because she knew I would have fun with it. It is a lot of fun. I was like, well, yeah, but it's going to be like receipts. It's just going to fade away over time. So I wrestled with that idea for some time, but then my husband ended up getting me one for Christmas. So what I have figured out, I say that loosely, is that, okay, let's see if I find, okay, like, this is my newest grandson, Jax. The pictures that have the least amount of details in them, you can adjust the brightness and the darkness, but like this one here of Spencer at the beach, there's a lot of things in the background. The ones that have less stuff, and then there's more, like he was wearing a black shirt that day, have more of a contrast between the lights and the darks. I think that this idea that I have is going to work better. But I was thinking, now what if you use a permanent marker, right? And you go over everything that is on the picture. And then when the thermal ink, it's not even ink, whatever you want to call it, when that fades away, your permanent markers should still be there. So that's my experiment. That's what I want to try to do. So yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that. If any of you guys even have a thermal printer like that one. I wanted, you know, I've been wanting one of the HP sprockets and stuff like that, but they're like around $100, and then also the film for them can be costly, and I'm just not trying to do that right now. I'm trying to be more conservative in my spending so that I can figure out how to downsize more. Okay, I did this page. I love that the backgrounds are done on a lot of these pages, so I don't have to mess with it. But this paper is hard to work on. It's very slick. So I think this paper is made for marker and gel pencils. It's very hard to get pencils to, like, it doesn't even want to scrub into the paper, you know. So I did use a paint pen on some things, and I used, did I use, I was trying to remember if I used any watercolor. I don't think so. I think I used a marker. That's right. I used a Crayola Color of the World marker for the back of the kitty's fur, and then I used some gel pens for the details, because that came through this part. The orange gel pen came through a little bit. but it's fine. It's just more or less a playbook. And then I had some stickers of plants because I don't have a cat, but I always notice on videos that cats seem to like to attack plants and stuff like that. So, and then it seemed lonely, so I added another leaf down here. And then I have a little quote that says, be open to whatever comes next. So that's a page, and it was pretty fast and easy, and I like that. I did this one too. This one, I used these ones here. I wanted to see how it would accept my twistables, my Crayola twistable colored pencils, and they work great. That's why I love those pencils, because there's like hardly anything that they don't work good on. Whereas a lot of my other pencil sets, you can use them on this, but it's not great on that, and there's just always an issue. But those always come out nice on everything. And then for the rest of it that's more brightly colored, I use those multi-gel pens that my husband put in my stocking. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, look on my page. I have a playlist for hauls, and then I have my Christmas and birthday video up. It's just probably 2 or 3 videos back. But I wanted to see what those were like. I was doing this kind of while watching TV in the dark, so you can see where there is, you know, spots, but that's okay. And then over here on this page, because I got a Kindle for Christmas, I thought I would list, since it has books up here, I thought I would list my completed books that I read on Kindle. So I've already completed 3 books since Christmas, so I need to write them down. But don't judge me on my book selection, okay? And this one I'm starting. I've already started it. So this one was done for you. And this one I'm using the Crayola multi pencils. I just did a video. I don't know which video will be up first, but I bought them in Ohio. They don't sell them at the Walmart here. Wait a minute. I'll show you. These. I'm using these in here. The swirl pencil. So they're the multi-colored pencil, where as you turn the pencil, you get different colors. And in the video I just made today, the same time as I'm making this one, I don't know which one will go up first, but I do swatch these out for you. So this paper is very hard for pencils to work on, so I knew it wasn't going to be like popping with color, but that was okay, because I wanted to just have basically the color be on the outer part of the fish. And then this is the one that's the one they did, and this is the one I started doing my own little swirls on. And then I found this little sticker in my sticker book. So this page isn't complete yet, but I just wanted to show it to you because I have no idea when this book will be out and about again. I might just, you know, have it with me when I'm going places. It's such a convenient, nice size. I mean, it has places where you can put lists and things, but I have a small, very small little mini composition book I keep in my purse for grocery lists and stuff so that I don't ruin my books. And then this one, I just used some markers, I believe, and all I've done is just the bottom layer. I have not added any pencil, because this paper is so slick that it's like, in order for the pencils to really stick, you have to have something as a barrier between the paper and the pencil. So watercolor or marker is going to be what I choose to use. The markers did not bleed. I do not remember which markers these were, though. Probably just, oh, I know, they're the art skills markers. Yeah, I redid my little twirly thing. I got a new pencil holder that I keep on the nightstand with stuff that I use all the time. I'm going to do a video and show you guys that. It's really cool. I took it all apart and reorganized, and so those are kind of right at my fingertips. My dog is walking amongst us. Oh, so there's that. Those were already on there, the colors. I think that's it. Pretty sure. yeah, I just did a little test to see what, was gonna work on the paper. I think this is just a pencil. Filled in my name. I don't like to, because if I leave this at the beach or something, I don't want anyone having my phone number or anything like that, so they can email me if they find it, I guess. And then I put a sticker from my sticker book in there too, a little bit to personalize it. So that's all I have done in this book so far. But oh, and I opened this one. There's another little sticker. This reminded me of like my grandma's doilies, and my grandma loved all this kind of frilly, girly, beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful to look at. Not my personal style to have in my home, but I always watch TikTok videos of people that do their rooms and stuff with this kind of a look. But I like, my walls are like photographs and like beachy themed things and more of a bold orangey and blue kind of a look to it. But I like to look at this. It's so delicate and pretty. So I have to figure out how I'm going to do my grandma's doilies because they were always white or off-white. So we'll see how that comes out. I think that's it. I want to do this one. I just like the size. It's very satisfying to be able to complete something, you know? And it's easy to just, if you're working on a page and your husband wants to start watching football or something. My husband does not watch football. I would watch more football than my husband. But, I'm just using that as an example. And your husband wants to watch something and you don't want to watch it. This literally fits in your hand. A pack of pencils and a small book. They're great for that. So get you a small book if you don't have one. Get you a small book. Why not? Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.